What's up, y'all? It's our boy 301 Cowboys coming at y'all with another video. And since the season about to start, I want to talk about my most painful moments as a Dallas Cowboy fan. Fans back in the 80s, they'll say their most painful moment was the Joe Montana to Dwight Clark catch in the back of the end zone. How we lost that game. But I wasn't alive. Like, I was born in 2002. So I ain't see that. But my one of my most painful moments, number one, it was during the 8-8 seasons. Like that was my early days as a Cowboy fan. The 8-8 seasons. We went up to play the Giants for the division title on the line. Win or go home. The Cowboys just straight up shit the bed. The Giants was running all over us. Eli Manning was cooking us. Like we just didn't have an answer for the Giants. And to top it all off, the Giants went on to win the Super Bowl. That was painful. that was painful. My second most painful moment as a Cowboy fan. It was the same thing as the season before. We played the Redskins, division title, season on the line. RG3's rookie season. All we had to do was just win and get in. Tony Romo threw 3 interceptions, and he threw a game-losing interception to Rob Jackson to lose the game. I cried that game. I was 10 years old around that time. I cried. Like, that game made me cry, bro. Like, oh, man. Like, I remember that game like it was yesterday, bro. Like, that was terrible, bro. Like, man. that right there was brutal. And then the next season we played the Eagles. Same thing. Division on the line. Like this was during the 8-8 era. Like we went 8-8 3 straight seasons. Same thing, bro. Like we played the Eagles in 2013 with the division on the line. Tony Romo was hurt. Tony Romo, he had that game-winning drive against the Redskins. Tony Romo threw that game-winning touchdown to DeMarco Murray to win the game, like, in the back of the end zone. And then Tony Romo, he was playing with a broken back. And Tony Romo couldn't play the next week. So we tried out Kyle Orton. Y'all remember Kyle Orton? These new bandwagon Cowboys fans don't know about that. They came around when Dak and Zeke came. But the original Cowboys fans, y'all remember Kyle Orton? We got the ball back. All we needed was a field goal to win the game for real. And Kyle Orton throws an interception to Brandon Boykin. We went 8-8 again. Went 8-8 3 straight seasons. Oh, it was another heartbreaker in that it was actually like 2 more heartbreakers in that same season. The Peyton Manning game when Peyton Manning came to Dallas, it was playing the Broncos. Like we was in that shootout with the Broncos. We scored 48 points. Tony Romo was on fire. Tony Romo was going off. Like we was about to beat the Broncos, and the Broncos was undefeated, right? And we was like 3-3, whatever our record was. Like it wasn't that great. Like we was mid, but yeah, we was going toe to toe with Peyton Manning and the Broncos, and the Cowboys got the ball back, and Tony Romo threw a game-losing interception. Like, and we lost. Like, oh, like, man, that was tough. And then later in the season, we played the Packers against Matt Flynn. Y'all remember Matt Flynn? Bro, we was beating the dog shit out the Packers. We was up 26-3. And we let Matt Flynn and the Green Bay Packers come all the way back to beat us. We stopped running the ball. We stopped giving the ball to DeMarco Murray. We started being pass happy. And it was some turnovers in that game. Like Tony Romo threw an interception or whatever. And then the Packers got momentum. And they came all the way back and beat us. So that's another painful moment for me. Oh my God. Woo. And let's get to 2014. We had the best offensive line in the league. That legendary offensive line we had in 2014, bro. Like, man, I love that 2014 team. We made the playoffs. We beat the Lions in the wild card. And then here comes the Packers. Dez caught it. The infamous Dez catch. So the Cowboys, we got the ball back. We was driving downfield. And Tony Romo throws this beautiful pass to Dez Bryant. He bags on Sam Shields. He bags on Sam Shields' bum ass. Dez Bryant took 3 steps and reached over the goal line. It was a catch. And then all we had to do was run it in with DeMarco Murray to seal the deal. And the ref said it was not a catch. Now, these Packers fans and Cowboys haters, they'll say, well, Aaron Rodgers was going to get the ball back anyway with 4 minutes left. He was going to go down and score and win the game. Nah, I don't care. The Cowboys would have won that game. I think the Cowboys defense would have stopped the Packers offense right there. I really think so. We would have got the ball back. We would have just ran the clock out after he running in with DeMarco Murray, but it wasn't a catch. They said Dez didn't catch it. And man, that was so painful. The crazy thing is I didn't even watch that game because I couldn't because me, my family, like my brother, he had a art event. We went to an art museum in Baltimore. So I didn't get to watch the game, and I got the news that they said Dez called it, but the refs overturned it, and that's how we lost. And man, that was brutal. And we still to this day saying Dez called it. We still saying that. That's how bad it was. And then 2015, Tony Romo got hurt. And that just straight up ended our season. We went 4-12. Like it's not much to say during that season because that season was just a disaster because we didn't have a quarterback. Tony Romo was hurt. You know what I'm saying? He broke his collarbone against the Eagles in week 2. I remember the game before that. We played against the Giants. That game was on my birthday. My birthday coming up next week, by the way. But that game was on my birthday. And Tony Romo, like, he was driving downfield, and then we got in the red zone. At the last minute, our center like fumbled the snap, and Tony Romo picked it up and threw it to Jason Witten for a game-winning touchdown. You know what I'm saying? And then the next week we played the Eagles in week 2. When DeMarco Murray went to the Eagles, the DeMarco Murray revenge game. We straight out shut out DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray couldn't do nothing with us. We straight up just took him out the game. And then Tony Romo got hurt. We still won that game, but the rest of the season was just a disaster. Our season was over after that. Our season was over. We went 4-12. Tony Romo came back against the Panthers and on that Thanksgiving game, the Panthers just straight out whooped our ass, bro. Like Cam Newton just straight out dominated us, and Tony Romo got hurt again. And yeah, that was our season. Like it was a wash. It was a wash. Yeah, 2015 was painful, and then we went through all them We went through Kellen Moore, Brandon Whedon, Matt Castle. It was terrible. It was, oh my gosh. So yeah, there goes that season. That was another painful moment. And then 2016, Dak and Zeke came, the rookies. Rookies took over the league. You know what I'm saying? So Tony Romo got hurt in the preseason, and then Dak Prescott took over. Dak and Zeke was doing their thing, and we went 13-3. And then we got to the playoffs, and here comes the Packers again. Oh my gosh. Dak Prescott went toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers. Went toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers. And we was getting blown out. We was getting blown out at the beginning of the game, and then the Cowboys came back. Dak Prescott brought the team back. And then we gave Aaron Rodgers the ball back late. And Aaron Rodgers scrambled out of the pocket and completed a pass on 4th and 20 to Jared Cook. And set up for a Mason Crosby game-winning field goal. That one is the worst. 4th and 20, like, how does that happen? Like how? Like, how you give that up on the game of the line on 4th and 20? 4th and 20. Like, oh man, bro. Like that was awful, bro. That was awful. Like 2014, 2016, we would have won the Super Bowl, but we lost on ridiculous ways. It's like we was cursed. Like on 4th and 20, man. Man, I have a lot of heartbreaking and terrible moments as a Cowboy fan. Like the list goes on. So like after that season, then Dak and Zeke second year after the rookie season. Zeke gets suspended 6 games. Zeke Relive gets suspended 6 games, and that pretty much ruined our season for real. Because we was relying on Zeke for real. You know what I'm saying? We had a winning record, but it wasn't enough to make the playoffs, and we got our asses beat by the Seahawks. So yeah, that's counts as one of my painful moments as a Cowboy fan. The 2017 season. And the Eagles went on to win the Super Bowl. Well, I wasn't really mad that the Eagles won the Super Bowl that year because I didn't really care about the Eagles like that. I didn't really hate the Eagles for real because I'm from the DC area. I grew up hating the Redskins. Like I grew up around Redskins fans. You know what I'm saying? So, but still, that's still bad. Like that our most hated rival went on to win the Super Bowl. Oh. So yeah, Zeke getting suspended ruined our season. And 2018, 2018 wasn't that painful. I mean, the Rams ran all over us during that playoff game. CJ Anderson and Todd Gurley just ran all over. They rushed for 200 yards on us. Like, so we didn't really have no answer, but we still had a chance. And at the end of the game, we had a chance to get the ball back, and we just let Jared Goff's slow ass just get a first down to seal the deal. Like, I feel like we could have won that game. Dak was playing well. Yeah, but yeah, that's all I got on that one. Um, Fast forward to 2020. 2019, we went 8-8, but I mean, we was trash for real. I mean, Jason Garrett was trash. He got fired up after that season. But 2020, let's fast forward to 2020. We hired Mike McCarthy, and that was the last time I said this is our year. That was the last time I said that, because like Mike McCarthy came in. He's a Super Bowl winning head coach. I thought he was going to change everything and get us our first Super Bowl for the first time in 25 years at the time. Now it's been 29 years. So Mike McCarthy came and we thought he was going to change everything, but our defense was trash. Like, our defense was the reason we was losing games for it. We had the worst defense in the league. But Dak Prescott, he was having an MVP type season. Like, Dak Prescott was going off for the first 4 weeks. He was going off. We were still losing games, but he was going off. We started off 1-3 in that season. And then we played the Giants. Dak Prescott broke his ankle. That just sucked the life out of the stadium, bro. It sucked the life out of the stadium. It sucked the life out of the fans. Like I had nothing to say after that. Like, I was basically quiet for the rest of the game after that. Like, that's how bad it was when Dak Prescott broke his ankle. And after that, the season was over after that. then we was just getting our asses whooped every single game. Like, we got swept by the Washington Commanders. Like, it was that bad after that. And we went 6-10. Man. And 2021, we went. Dak Prescott came back. We went 12-5. The 49ers just straight dominated us. You know what I'm saying? So like, it wasn't that. I mean, it hurt, but it wasn't that heartbreaking. And yeah, we was just not prepared for the 49ers. So from 2021 to 2022, we lost to the 49ers back to back. And the 49ers just own us. You know what I'm saying? They have our number. But fast forward to last year, 2023. Dak Prescott won All-Pro. He threw for 36 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. The team was just clicking on all cylinders. Now, we thought, I ain't think like that was gonna be our year, but majority of the Cowboys fans like is thinking like maybe this the year. I was thinking we was gonna go to the NFC Championship because like we was winning games that we would have lost in the past. You know what I'm saying? So I was saying the Cowboys could go to the NFC Championship. I actually predicted us to go to the NFC Championship last year. And then once again, here comes the Packers. The 7th seed Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love. And the Packers just straight up demolished us, bro. Like, that was the worst loss I ever seen as a Cowboy fan in my life. Losing to the 7th seed Packers, getting blown out like that by the 7th seed Packers. After all we was doing like all season, just clicking on all cylinders, dominating teams, going 12-5 for the 3rd straight season. And the Packers came to our house and just straight up just beat the dog shit out of us, bro. Like, it was horrible, man. and we had an easy path to the Super Bowl, at least the NFC Championship, because we had 2 home playoff games. but we shit the bed against the Packers. Now that one, now that's the most painful moment as a Cowboy fan to me. Getting blown out by the Packers like that. And we had the 2 seed. Yeah, so yeah, man, those are my most painful moments as a Dallas Cowboy fan. All right, it's a man, 301 Cowboys. I'm out. Peace.